here. I hope you're having an awesome day wherever you are at in this crazy world at this crazy time. Now, over in the Thriving Marriage Facebook group, which if you're not a member, I encourage you to join the Thriving Marriage Facebook. It's the fastest online marriage resource right now, fastest growing online marriage resource right now. And we just got an awesome comment from a member there. And she was saying, does anyone else experience this where my husband's on the phone like all the time? He's constantly glued to his phone. He's on it even when he's eating and stuff like that. And within just a couple hours, there was over 111 comments. And I could raise my hand. Can you raise your hand to this? Like your spouse is constantly on the phone, or maybe it's even your children or your friend or whatever, right? We are so glued to our phones, and this whole technology addiction thing is a real thing, right? And so here's a couple do's and don'ts. And I'm saying this from my own personal experience as well as helping thousands of couples around the world. You know, my husband and I, though, we just had a conversation like this really recently. So here's what not to do. You don't want to complain. If you're just going to complain about the problem, you're never going to solve the problem. It's just going to become that nagging kind of annoying situation going on there. And no one likes being complained or nagged at. So you don't want to complain. You also don't want to demand that they stop. You can't just say, you know, you have to get off your phone and spend more time with me. You have to spend more time with the kids. You have to do this. You have to do that. Sometimes when we're married for a while or even a short amount of time, we think that we have the right to dictate what our spouse does, or we have these certain expectations that they should be doing certain things for us. And if you think about it, when you're first dating, Mark and I talk about this a lot here at High Thrive Coaching, that when you're first dating, it would be completely inappropriate if your date was on their phone to be like, you need to put that phone down now and you need to spend more time with me. Or, hey, are you listening to me? Right? It would be completely inappropriate to act that way. But then for some reason, as we get more comfortable with each other over the years, we think that that's okay. So we definitely want to make sure we avoid any kinds of demands on our spouse. But especially if our spouse is already kind of checked out of the marriage, or there's more tension between you recently, or even if they're pushing for divorce or separation, demanding that they stop doing anything or demanding that they start doing anything is only going to push them further away. I really like Tony Robbins, when you trade your expectation for appreciation, you change your life. So demanding is one of those expectations. I expect that you're supposed to be doing this, and it's only going to create more tension and unhappiness between you. And don't assume that they know it bothers you. Now, that might sound kind of strange. You might think, well, of course they know it bothers me. I'm always saying it bothers me, or I'm giving them the glare, the evil eye. They should know what that means, right? But don't assume that they know that it actually bothers you or that they understand how you're feeling, all right? So here's what to do instead. To do is try to understand why they're on their phone so much. Every human behavior has a reason for it, whether we often don't get it, right? So the goal is to understand why they're doing what they're doing. There is a reason for it, and they may not even consciously realize it, but maybe their phone helps them relax. Maybe it helps them to chill out and kind of be distracted from the challenges of life for a few minutes. Maybe it's a source of entertainment for them. Or maybe it's a source of connection for them. Maybe they feel like they're able to connect with their friends, social media, that they're able to build that kind of sense of I'm connected to people, I'm, involved with people, I'm closer with people, right? And if we just assume why they're doing it without really understanding, then we really miss the mark and miss an incredible opportunity to better connect with each other and work together as a team to face these challenges. So understand why they're on their phone so much. And you could even ask them, when you're on your phone, does it help you feel connected, or why do you like being on your phone? In a non-threatening way. I just want to understand you, we got to be careful not to come at them like threatening questions, right? Demanding questions, but really I just like to understand why you like watching sports so much, or why you're constantly texting your sister, right? I just really want to understand what feeling you get from that, or why it's important to you, because I want to understand you. And then second, another thing to do is to show understanding. So when they express why they're doing what they're doing, and you get some insight into understanding the behavior, then you can give them some understanding about that. The last thing you want to do, again, this would be a don't, is blame them or judge them or criticize them when they openly share what it is that's driving that behavior. So you definitely want to show some understanding, like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that. I can understand why you would feel that way. And even if maybe you don't really understand why they're getting that need met in that avenue, you can still show respect. So this is the next one, is show some respect for their need for relaxation or connection or whatever it is for them. You could say something like that, like, I see that being on your phone, it helps you relax, and I want you to feel relaxed. So I'm okay with that. I'll let you have some time on your phone. But when you're done, do you think that we can spend some time cuddling on the couch? Or do you think we can go on a walk and talk together? Or do you think we could, play a board game or something? I don't know. Whatever it is that you feel like you would like to feel relaxed, connected, and happy together. So that way they see that you are understanding them and where they're coming from, and that you're giving them that time and that space, but you're also asking for what you need as well. And a really important way, something that you need to do to handle this problem effectively, is to express your feelings in a non-threatening manner. And we always want to do this with like an I feel statement. So rather than it's your fault, it's you, you're to blame, you need to stop this, right? Which makes people feel very defensive and not understood, right? We want to say, I feel this. Maybe this was your intention, maybe it wasn't, right? But I feel, insert whatever, how can we insert whatever, and I want this. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So for me in my marriage, this is the exact wording I used. I feel insecure when you spend so much time on your phone. I feel insecure when you're watching random videos on Facebook, and I feel like it makes me feel like that's more important to you than connecting with me. Or I feel really disrespected when I'm trying to talk with you and you're checking your text messages. Or I feel less valued at dinner when you're on your phone instead of talking with me and the kids, right? So those would be examples of I feel statements. And I'm gonna be honest, I had to really think about, why do I feel really bad when he's on his phone a lot? And I realized it's because I feel insecure. I feel like if he's on his phone and he's giving more attention to that, then it means that I'm not as important, and that makes me feel insecure. And so when I was able to actually identify why I felt what I felt at the time, and then express that to him in a way that was like, this is my feeling. It's not even necessarily your fault, but this is how it's making me feel, right? Then it allowed us to have a really good open conversation about that, because the way a person feels is always true to them, right? It just is. Whether the facts around it are true or not, the way that someone feels is always true. So we always have to validate that feeling. And then, so I feel this, I feel insecure when you're on your phone so much. Then you go to, I would like to feel connected with you. I would like to feel respected. I would like to feel valuable. I would like to feel cherished. I would like to feel, connected because you're giving me your attention, right? So how can we work on this together? So the 3 parts there, I feel this when you do this, or I feel this way, right? And then I want to feel this way, or I want this desired outcome. And then the 3rd part, how can we work together on this? And then that will allow you guys to come up together with a game plan on how you can both get your needs met, because you showed understanding towards them and the behavior that's driving, the excessive phone usage, maybe. And now they're able to bring it kind of full circle in helping you with whatever your needs are as well. So I hope that these tips help you. Another do is that if this is causing serious problems in your marriage, or it's just a symptom of bigger issues going on, then you do need to get some help. And you do need to reach out to those who have the kind of relationship that you want to have, so that you can learn from them and get a game plan on how to resolve challenges that are going on for you and your spouse, so they don't become bigger and bigger and bigger. And if they already have become bigger and bigger and bigger, then you definitely need to get help quickly, because problems like these don't resolve themselves, unfortunately. And if we knew how to solve our problems, well, then we wouldn't have problems, right? Make sense? And so if you're in that kind of situation, then I encourage you just to PM me here on Facebook, Heather Cho, or my partner, Mark Johnston, or you can even reach out to us at highthrivecoaching.com. We have a lot of programs and resources to help with all kinds of marriage challenges. So again, I hope that this was helpful. If you like this, if this was helpful for you, then please share it with others. I know that phone addiction, technology addiction, like Robin Sharma says, like we live in the age of distraction and disruption. We really do. And it is a big challenge. And sometimes our desire to be so connected with everyone else, like on our phone and on technology, leaves us feeling really isolated from each other and disconnected from those that are right in front of us. Right now, as I'm recording this, it's like COVID-19. Most of us are sheltering at home and we're home with our families. Sometimes we're like experiencing more challenges than ever because we're all under the same roof and we're all kind of on top of each other. And so it's really crucial that we move forward and that we are able to learn how to resolve relationship challenges, learn how to communicate, learn how to express needs, learn how to set healthy boundaries if needed, and be able to heal so that we can truly not only just survive, but to thrive. That's what we do here at High Thrive Coaching. So I hope this is helpful. Again, if you enjoyed this, please share it with others. I would love to be able to help with this challenge that we face in our modern age with the technology usage and with phone usage, and be able to help more couples feel close, safe, happy, and connected. Appreciate you all. Love you. And we'll talk to you soon.